There's a price to pay for everything you do, though. So why did I tell you yesterday about being obsessed? Most people think that's a bad thing. I think this is the future. And I was like, what's the point of the story? He turned to me like, well, you're kind of like that. Things seem to keep working out for you. AI is going to disrupt everything. It's already disrupting everything. And if you're not trying to disrupt yourself, you're gonna find yourself up a creek without a paddle. If you're going to give a presentation or a pitch of any sort to a potential customer or to an investor, you follow a few basic rules. Just remember. So why did I tell you yesterday about slightly being obsessed? Most people think that's a bad thing. I just really get into stuff. And I think in my life, it's proven to work out really well. The alternative is to remain superficially interested in things and never really understand much beyond that. That's good if you're trying to play Jeopardy or Trivial Pursuit. But for most things in life, I think the world rewards people who have deep knowledge or deep expertise in things. Even if you're like the world's biggest Lego fan or Star Wars fan, I remember reading an article a while back. There was a guy who was such a Star Wars nerd at one of these things where he was able to talk to George Lucas. He built a database and timeline for all the events that have happened and where they've happened. And so ultimately he got a job as the continuity guy to make sure the canon was maintained. And so isn't that incredible? Like you could just be a big Star Wars nerd and just own that space. Season 3, it's my 3rd time. Hello, hi, good to see you.
Good to see you. Welcome.
Thank you. Hi, hello.
Hi. Good to see you again.
I like this venue already.
So pretty.
Yeah.
How are you?
How are you?
Oh, hi, Chris.
Hey, you.
Good to see
you again.
Good to see you.
Hi, Barbara.
Good to meet you.
Pleasure, Chris.
Yeah, so you came in, we just immediately go to him. You know how that goes.
Hey, buddy. Good to see you, man. Yeah, I haven't given you feedback yet. I need to sit down and we gotta go through that.
All right, sounds good.
Hello, hi. Hi, I'm Chris.
Sydney, nice to meet
Hi, Sydney. Pleasure. Hello.
Michaela.
What's it?
Michaela.
Michaela. Hi. Pleasure, Chris. You good?
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Yeah, we.
What is today? Just rehearsals, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you do an interview already?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool.
And then we're
Great.
just kind of working on a little bit of script and then just edit it a little bit.
All right. It looks like like a Wall Street Journal or something, and it's very robust. It has automatic ads and things that you can build into it that promote other articles or resources that you have. Something I've been meaning to do. Or you can plug into an ad network if you want, but it's really good. So you can, it's technically live right now, but it's on a different URL because I'm still testing. And you can take a YouTube video that you make, because we make so many videos, and we can copy paste that, and then it rewrites the YouTube video. You just give it the transcript, and then it rewrites it using the AP rules of writing.
Okay.
So it's like, it's a good article. And he goes, people who are using this, they're crushing SEO because it was designed for SEO in mind. I think this is the future. Hi. Hello. Oh, hi. Oh, now I get to see both of you. All right. Hello. Are you okay? Why are you so scared? Are you scared? Look. Hey. Hey. Just, yes, you are. And I showered. So we're good. I'm here. Good to see you. Is there a traditional Korean like cheers, banzai, or
Hanbae.
hanbae?
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a little something you could just throw at the end that might be like,
Okay.
cheers.
I think instead of thank you, I would say cheers, Hanbae.
Yeah.
Because like it's my American dream in a can.
Yeah. You have to pause to let certain ideas land. We love hearing about entrepreneurs who hit a roadblock, and that was just another way to like find a solution. I can't, you know what I mean? One step at a time, let's focus on the business. Have you guys done that already? Yeah. Oh my God. I'm just messing around with you guys. See what I'm doing? I'm helping you, you see? Just scare people. They don't think clearly when they're scared. And we were chatting, and he was telling me a story about how this photographer that they all knew had seemingly like had a rabbit's foot stuck up his butt. Like everything that bad happened, things would work out bad. And he goes, and I was like, what's the point of the story? And he turned to me like, well, you're kind of like that. Things seem to keep working out for you. And I went home to tell my wife that, and I said, it's not by luck. It's because you see where things are going. You go there before you run out of options, right? So I used to work in commercial advertising, and I just saw, okay, when's the last time I saw a commercial? It's been a while. And I look at all the young people and ask them, who here watches TV? Nobody watches TV. They stream everything. And so I can now see that this is going to be a problem because the demand for commercials is moving away. And we're in the business of making commercials.
Yeah.
And this is not good. So I would go into the office, call my managers together and say, hey, we need to figure out another business because this business is not going to be there. And all they can see was the food in front of them, not the winter that was coming. Yeah. So like, no, you're crazy. This is gonna, like it will die, but it's gonna take very long. And then we move out of that, we get into content. And of course, our friends are going out of businesses and our clients are going out of business. That's when you know it's really bad. AI is going to disrupt everything. It's already disrupting everything. And if you're not trying to disrupt yourself, you're gonna find yourself up a creek without a paddle.
They help us to share our culture, our flavors with people across America. Connecting people through a taste, one package at a time.
If you're nervous upstage, there's going to be a tendency for you to pace. I'd rather have you just be rooted like a tree and not move. You're not looking up and engaging and not making eye contact. So what I would do is pick 3 points in the room. It doesn't matter who you look at, but try to hit those points throughout. Okay, and it's important. The next thing is your hand will be free, right? Because now what do you do with your hands? So when you're rehearsing, I need you to figure out what you're doing with your hands. You need to use your hands to tell part of the story because it's not just speaking, it's a performance and you need to do that. Yeah. So walk on stage, hit your spot and look in the audience. I think your pacing is perfect. So if you finish early, it's not a big deal for me. I heard a little reaction from the few people we have here. So whenever you hear a reaction, you want to make sure you hit that point. When you launched your business and then pandemic shut you down, then you said, well, I decided I'm going to do deliveries and I made over 1,600 deliveries. I heard Jared go, ooh, whoa. That's crazy. But you just steamrolled right over that by going to the next point. Those are the ones where you need to hit and hit hard and say it with some passion and then pause for a second and then move on to the next thing. I wasn't gonna let the pandemic stop us. That's when I decided I'm gonna do this. Remind me later to give Young Juan a few notes about his grammar and slides and things like that, okay? His opening, I think, needs to be stronger. Yeah. I'm just always nervous to give people too many notes and then they just totally have a meltdown.
All right,
hello. Hi. Hi, everybody. Let's get out of here. Day one, UPS store, small business challenge, be unstoppable. Got to coach my team a little bit. Also got to connect with last year's winners who are also my team and looking forward to tomorrow. The pressure is really on the contestants. Except for the one interview I had to do for about 30 minutes. It was pretty straightforward and pretty easy. Austin is kind of a hub for a lot of movers and shakers that, if you're not aware, there are a lot of them are here. So Daniel Priestley, who we just saw in LA, coincidentally is coming to Austin for other reasons, and we're probably gonna get together, have dinner with him and maybe one other person who's a big mover and shaker here. We'll see what happens. If you're going to give a presentation or a pitch of any sort, to a potential customer, to investor, you follow a few basic rules. Just remember, number one, they don't know anything about you, so you need to be super clear in your storytelling. Work on your writing or phraseology, those short little bite-sized phrases that you can say that somebody's like, oh, that's a bar. You need to work on some of those because it needs to be memorable. You need to have a repeatable story. Number two, avoid the temptation of cramming in too much information. It gets the opposite effect. Instead of them remembering you, they can't remember anything. So say less, so that you can have time to breathe and to feel the emotions of the words themselves, because that's what people ultimately connect on, the emotions and not necessarily the facts. They say something like stories sell, facts tell. So do you want to tell or you want to sell? When English is your second language, you have to overcome so many different things. The translation of it in your mind, understanding and feeling the words that you say. So when you're choosing words, choose words that you can feel and you know and you understand, and stay away from those complicated words. And a complicated word is contextual because the person who's saying it might feel it's complicated where the audience might not. So if those are one of your words, just don't say it. He told me he had a problem saying heritage. I'm like, that's not a complicated word for me. So I said, use the word that you know, family, tradition, culture, values. If whatever one of those words works better for you, use that word instead. Because those words become stumbling blocks. They're gonna cause you to stutter and to overthink that moment, and then you're gonna say it, but you're not gonna feel anything.